Hi, Kirsten, Blakey. Hi, Mandy Hall. I got a day off today. Hi, Jill. Hi, Kim Timlin. Um, yeah, I got a day off. I didn't really want to come on, but hi, Rational Thinker. Hi, Moon White Angel 2403. Um, yeah, I didn't really want to come on, but I've just found some stuff out. I've just been looking online and reading up some stuff. Hi, Tamara Hayes. Um, about this author. Just kind of shocked me. Um, I think the whole clear agenda has become clear, hasn't it, of what Team Watts have been doing, certainly surrounding these books and what have you. And if anyone's in any doubt at all that, you know, as we were told, certainly I was told that they still loved Shanann and they didn't blame her for anything and they wanted to try and piece things back together. They wanted to try and help get the families, you know, try and bring the families back together. It was all bullshit, complete bullshit. We've all been taken for a ride, certainly. Well, certainly we did. Um, so as you know, this author, Kathleen Hewtson, has obviously, written this book in collaboration with Cindy, um, and Camp Watts have been out there trying to. Obviously, they've approached channels, including ours, and they're trying to sort of appease people and what have you, saying that no, this Kathleen woman, these things that she's saying in the book are rhetorical questions and stuff like that. So I was just sort of browsing the web this morning and sort of looking around on stuff, and I found some articles. Now, this one, what you can see on your screen, is from Crime Rocket, and I think it's just an article. Hang on, it's not that one. It's this one. So it's basically headed What's family photos, first Amway conference, lupus, babysitting, etc. He's just sort of doing an article. This is Nick Vanderleek's True Crime Rocket site. So he's basically doing an article on, I don't know, he's just covering some things about the case. It's dated December 25th, right, 2018. But lo and behold, here we have, so this is December 27th, 2018. We have Kathleen Hewtson. So this is December 27th, 2018. Okay. Now, I'm just going to read it to you. You probably won't be able to see it on the screen, but let's see what she says. Let's see what she had to say. So this is back then. I'm not actually sure what she's referring to here, but anyway, that was hilarious. But I prefer to quote De Niro when trying to appear deep. Moving on. So this raises yet more questions like, how did they afford that wedding? And I love the Amway conference. I already had some questions. I read Discovery and okay, her mother's letter. So obviously that's Sandy's letter. Sigh. I was sad to see that she wrote so negatively about Watt's parents, leaving peanuts and razor blades all over the house. I do that all the time to shorten dinner parties and didn't realise it was rude. But seriously, I've seen the peanut butter Thrive bars, so I have a lot of questions like, did Shanann have lupus? Isn't fibro and lupus sort of overkill? Why hasn't her neck surgery paid for? Why have elective neck surgery? Did Bella have a nut allergy, or was she a Munchausen's victim? Didn't the position of Shanann's body indicate she might have been in a kneeling position on the bed, as Watts said? Also interesting that in the days prior to the murders, only she mentioned not wanting the baby. I think this needs a victimology look, see? Sorry you guys, I'm a former true crime writer who now does history and just wasted 7 years of my life on that effing Zahu case, which can never be written because billionaires walk on stuff. But this case, oh, you could get a trial going. The books are great, but what if you pull in a rock star lawyer? I don't think he killed his daughters, and if he didn't do that, then, well, it would be interesting, wouldn't it? So this is going back, this is December 2018. So it's pretty clear, isn't it, where this Kathleen, where her mindset was at. Let me just see if I can make this a bit. Let me take me off. You might be able to see it a bit better. Yeah, so that's interesting, isn't it? And let's go down a bit further. She's posted again. And they check, so this guy, it's basically somebody before, is saying there's a darkness around Watts even back then. Someone should check his past and any unsolved murders around where he lived. I would put money this was not his first kill. Oh look, who do we have here? Kathleen Hewtson. Again, December 27th, 2018. You know, this is the lady that was just being sarcastic, was just throwing out rhetorical questions. And they should check hers too, obviously referring to Shanann. A whole excavation of both personal histories, medical included, on them and the girls, and then maybe put them in front of a forensic psych to see what they think as regards propensity, etc. No autopsy released, no real proof on how this went down. This guy is clearly a clueless moron who I could sell sand in Arizona to. And as for his legal team, well, I think I see a new Will Ferrell / John Riley movie in the making there. People will confess to anything if pressured enough. As for guilt, he did kill her. I say that because it's difficult to bury yourself, and his confession looked legit enough. But as for the rest? Question mark? Yeah, Solange. She does sound like Miss Menzer, doesn't she? Do you know what? I thought that. I thought that exact same thing when I was reading it. And we have another post. And people referring to kind of why weren't the records sealed and all that kind of thing. Again, here we have Kathleen Hewtson. Hewtson, quite a unique name as well, isn't it? You know. As far as I know from other cases, no one but the DA's office can seal those. And if they did, again, why? In this case, if that sad moron Watts ever decides to pick up the phone and call for Anne Bremner or Thomas Mezeray and start a defence case, they would get every record unsealed, nice and quick like. Because there is something very strange about the elective surgeries for the girls and Cece's allergies, which seem to exist in Shanann's mind more than anywhere else. If they show Munchausen's by proxy, they show the children had already long been harmed. Of course, Munchausen by proxy is usually only the case with people who are attention obsessed, so probably not relevant here. It is. It just sounds exactly like Miss Menzer, doesn't she? So this is this author. This is this author that's working with Cindy. This is the one that, oh no, a lot of us have misread her or misread how it was meant to be in the book. No, that's complete rubbish. That's complete rubbish. This woman, I mean, how long has this woman been working with the Watts, This is December 27, 2018. So this blows out the water any claim that she is saying that that was all misquoted and, or misconstrued, and it was rhetorical questions, and they're having a go at Chris, and they're not blaming Shanann. The mindset of this Kathleen was totally, well, pretty much the same as what Miss Mentz's mindset was, doesn't it? It just blew me away when I saw that this morning. I just thought, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. That the true agenda of the what's this. So this has gone way back. This I mean, she was putting this up on True Crime Rocket in late December 2018. God knows how long she's been speaking with the Watts when she started this book. Hi, Sherry Farrow. And then so when obviously Mel and Team Watts have approached us and other channels, this is the reasoning behind it. It's all behind these. I know people have said that to me, and maybe I was naive or whatever, but this is the whole reason of it. Was a whole campaign to try and get out there and appease some of these channels. It was all hidden behind high case malls, all hidden behind the idea of basically going out there saying that they were trying to bring peace to the families, help bring peace, basically used us, manipulated us, saying they were trying to do that. And behind the scenes, all this has been going on regarding these books. This Kathleen's obviously been working with Cindy and the Watts in writing this book. Obviously you had Cheryl's book come out as well. But all this time that they've been saying one thing, Hi Queen Bee, they've been saying one thing, that they want to clear Shanann. This is the crap that I've heard from them. They want to clear Shanann's name. They love Shanann. Cindy loved Shanann. They all did. They don't believe that she killed the children. And all that kind of thing. And then behind everyone's backs, they've got this Kathleen woman who's basically got the same mindset as Miss Mensa, working with her to write this book from Cindy. I mean, it's just unbelievable. I mean, they just seem so evil and manipulative. It's really quite disturbing. I mean, all this stuff's coming out now. I know she's starting to get backlash. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Firefly. What's done in the dark is coming into the light. And it is all coming into the light now. I mean, this Kathleen Hewtson woman, how's she going to defend herself now? How is she going to defend herself now? After putting stuff like that up. Oh, it's been stopped, Case Malls, is it? Book has been stopped. From what I heard, this is what J for J said. Okay, did Jay say that on a live or something then? I don't know. I've heard that rumours going around that she's obviously running scared and she's gonna pull it. Hi Kerry McDonald. I mean, certainly now this is coming out. I don't know if anyone's seen or released this yet, but this is what I found. And as I say, this dates back to December. 10 minutes ago. Oh, right, okay. This dates back to December 2018. I mean, it's clear, what this Kathleen woman's mindset was from the very beginning. She's got some other posts on here as well. These are all on True Crime Rocket's channel, so she's she's basically tried she's tried plugging her book um, slyly through True Crime Rockets um, discussion forums and stuff. Is what it seems like. Just see if I can find some more. Bear with me a second. Let's take me off so you can see. So yes, so she's just talking about the Oxy, just saying that she's curious about the Oxy. Bear with me a second. There was something else I found in here as well, which she said, basically implying, if I'm correct, that Shanann may have been addicted to painkillers. Here we go. So this is Kathleen. So okay, so it only says Kathleen, but it's exactly the same image to her profile. So this is January 15th, 2019. I wondered if she was obviously talking about Shanann, I wondered if she was a pill seeker. Fibromyalgia is a terrible flag regarding this. A scroll through pain med sites is edifying. She also mentioned prolonged constipation, a common opioid users issue, but no autopsy answers. Funny too, in Zahar, poor little Max had a false benzo positive, common for those given Valium. Oxycontin can cause horrendous seizures and brain death in small children. So again, an autopsy, hair sampling, etc. would clear this up. So again, there's implication there that Shanann may have been a pill seeker. It's just endless. The little digs, the little accusations, the little what ifs. It's almost been like a sort of slow, steady kind of smear campaign, isn't it? If they were stupid enough to think that people were gonna fall for this kind of crap, though, that's what I can't understand. I'm just gonna scroll through, see if I can just find any other bits. There was a few other bits I found actually. But yeah, I was shocked when I found this morning, I must admit. And I agree with you, Sir, and she does sound exactly like Miss Mensa. Okay, Smalls, you're texting Jay. Okay. I can't text anyone. My phone's completely dead at the moment. My screen died on me yesterday. I'm completely out of communication with anyone. Hi, Outback. So yeah, if you're just joining, I'll just go over it again. What I found. So this dates back to December 27th, 2018. This is on True Crime Rockets discussion forums. He does a lot of blogs and stuff on this case. He's obviously covered it quite extensively. And down in the forums, in the chats and stuff, there is a Kathleen Hewtson who says she is a true crime writer. So seems a little bit coincidental, doesn't it? So December 27th, 2018, she says, that was hilarious, but I prefer to quote De Niro in trying to appear deep. Moving on. So this raises yet more questions like, how did they afford that wedding? And I love the Amway conference. I already had some questions. I read Discovery and okay, her mother's letter, sigh. I was sad to see that she wrote so negatively about Watt's parents. Quote, leaving peanuts and razor blades all over the house. I do that all the time to shorten dinner parties and didn't realise it was rude. But seriously, I've seen the peanut butter Thrive bars, so question mark. I have a lot of questions like, did Shanann have lupus? Isn't fibro and lupus sort of overkill? Why wasn't her neck surgery paid for? Why have elective neck surgery? Did Bella have a nut allergy or was she a Munchausen's victim? Didn't the position of Shanann's body indicate she might have been in a kneeling position on the bed as what said? Also interesting that in the days prior to the murders, only she mentioned not wanting the baby. I think this needs a victimology look, see? Sorry you guys, I'm a former true crime writer who now does history and just wasted 7 years of my life on that effing Zahu case, which can never be written because billionaires walk on stuff. But this case, oh, you could get a trial going. The books are great. Just need to talk about Nick's books, I think. But what if you pull in a rock star lawyer? I don't think he killed his daughters, and if he didn't do that, then well, it would be interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah. Pretty clear, isn't it, what her thoughts were from the beginning. She was raising questions, victim blaming and everything, even back then, back in December 2018. So the fact that they're now trying to say that, this was all rhetorical and it was all aimed at Chris isn't going to wash. Isn't going to wash. And I'm not surprised that she's pulling it. I don't know if Kay Smalls has got any more information on that, but it was due to be coming out next July, I think. All My Broken Pieces. It was written by Kathleen Hewtson, but it was sort of, I think it was putting across Cindy's perspective. As we know, they leaked those 5 chapters out, which was basically bashing Shanann, and then they obviously leaked this out. Well, I think her motive is pretty clear, isn't it? Don't take a rocket scientist to work that out. So she has been properly exposed. And as soon as I was reading that this morning, I was quite happy to come on here and put that out there. Because as I say, this goes back to December 2018, and this is obviously her true feelings on what she thought initially and what have you. So yeah, so thanks Team Watts for your manipulative, conniving ways, trying to come across, to us as trying to seek peace and help for the families. No, it's obviously not, is it? All that time behind our backs, you were doing that. This was all going on. Sim 2, license to dance. What Sandy wrote was requested by the DA, and Sandy would not have known that the public would ever see it. No, exactly. They don't like the fact that what Sandy wrote is the truth, isn't it? That's what it is. That's what that is. Oh, Jay's live now, is she? Well, I hope for her sake that she is distancing herself from them, because this was a clear smear campaign going on against Shanann to try and promote this book, Cindy's book, or Kathleen's book, if you like. And it was all disguised under this front of coming out onto social media, approaching us, because obviously they knew that, we had Frank and Frankie and the Rusettes on our channel. They've approached us, let's get in with Team Phoenix. Let's make everybody think that, we're trying to make peace and everything for the families and help bring some comfort to them and what have you. And then all the time, behind our backs and everyone's backs, they're working with this Kathleen woman to write this book. So yeah, cheers for that, Team Watch. Completely bloody, did our channel no bloody favours. It's unreal. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see what Jay's saying. Is anyone able to see her? How's I can bring it up on here. What Jay's talking about. I'm just gonna have a look while we're here. I don't want to confuse the audios. I don't want both audios going. Yeah, absolutely, referendal. They were trying to use us as part of the what's propaganda. Absolutely. And yeah, maybe we're naive. A lot of people, including us, don't know the full whole history from the very start of what's happened. That was the trouble. And we're getting told all these things that sort of the families they want to try and make peace, and they've kind of hugged and spoken at the gravesite and stuff. And we were told that Frank wanted Jamie to get on social media and start trying to tell the truth about Shanann, how they loved her, and how she obviously wasn't guilty of anything. And all the time this is going on behind the scenes, behind us, behind everyone. Kane's fan. Oh, she's gone offline, is she? Okay. Well, I just hope she distances herself from them. I really do. I don't really see where they go. I hope Kathleen pulls this book, because it's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace what she's doing. It truly is. They're basically just trying to create a smear and doubt in people's minds that there may have been something there with Shanann, which we know is complete lie. It's absolute complete lie. And I won't be surprised if the Ruzak sue the arse off her if she does decide to go ahead with that. Yeah, I know Jay is trying to see it from all sides, but I think maybe she's seeing what they're really doing here. It's quite clear, isn't it? It's quite clear what their agenda is. They only care about their narrative. Absolutely, Kimberly, 100%. That's what they're doing. They're pushing out one thing, they're using Mel and what have you to try and, in one hand, push out this narrative that, oh no, they don't believe Shanann did anything really, and oh, let's go out on these channels and try and sort of put that message out there very subtly without actually saying it, that oh, this kind of we don't agree with all this Shanann bashing, and Cindy and Jamie and everyone, they don't believe that Shanann had anything to do with killing the children and all that kind of stuff. And then on the other hand, they've got them working with this Kathleen woman, or Cindy is working with this Kathleen woman, writing a smokescreen of crap and lies and slander against Shanann. So it's unreal to me how manipulative people can be, and how much they can deceive people and lie, and all for their own benefit. It's just it's unbelievable. Yeah, that's right, Simpson. The last rhetorical question was leading towards Chris disposing of his daughters that way to hide sexual abuse. Yeah, I don't really know what that was about. I don't really even want to kind of go there, but it was the bit before that, wasn't it, about Shanann? Was there a possibility that Shanann may have been abusing the kids? Which, even if it's a rhetorical question, which clearly it's not, because we can see you know, how she acted or how she was speaking in the past, this Kathleen woman. Um, Even then, you just wouldn't even put it there, would you? You wouldn't put it there. It just gives people that little something just to jump on, that little bit of doubt. It's that little smear against Shanann, that little, it just leaves it there hanging, doesn't it? Guernsey girl, Cindy Watts couldn't control the Cadle book. This is why she previewed her book, in my opinion. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, I'm not a fan of Cadle. Uh, I mean, it seems that she probably, she's manipulated and used people as well. I think to get to where she wanted to be and to write that book. I don't believe it was about Christianity or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, what Chris has said in that, I don't know. But it's going to be closer to the truth than anything that Camp Watts are putting out, that's for sure. Have you actually read it, Sim 2, have you? Have you actually read Sherilyn's book? Apparently there is a PDF going around online as well, apparently. See you later, Kimberly. Oh, is K Smalls going? Oh, K Smalls is going. Yep, see you, K Smalls. So Jay, I think, is coming back on at 4 p.m. I think somebody said. I don't know if that's UK time. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens next. It'd be interesting to see if that's true that if Kathleen has pulled that book. Well, and that's the other thing, isn't it? Where's the money going for that book? It's obviously going to go to some of that's going to go to the Watts, isn't it? Some of it's probably going to end up going to Chris. Who the hell would want to give him money? Solange, Jay is replaying Mel's talking about the rhetorical questions in the book. Okay. Kay Smalls, Team Fitch said she is not sure if it has been pulled. Okay. That'd be interesting to see, wouldn't it? I mean, seriously, if she if she does go ahead with that, I mean, she's gonna be one of the most hated authors in bloody America. Oh, it's 4 p.m. is it? Kane's fan, thanks for that. 4 p.m. for Jay's live. Okay, well there you go, folks. It'll be interesting to see how Jay approaches it. I hope she distances herself from them. I really do. I really do. Because there's no defence. There's nothing. There's nothing. It's clear that it's all been a complete campaign from them from the start, involving these books. It's been nothing about trying to help bring peace and stuff to the families. Nothing to do with that at all. It's all been about spinning their own narrative. It's all been about Cindy writing this book and getting this book out there and continuing to smear Shanann's name. And that's what that book's going to do if that book stays out. It's going to be the most hated book in America, most hated book in the world. Yeah, I hope Jay does the right thing, Solange. I really do. I really do. I know she just wanted to get both sides out there. That's just what we initially wanted to do, was just say, look, guys, this is the picture. This is what the other side is saying. I mean, we didn't have them on our channel. We've been absolutely pillarized and been camped in with, oh, you turned to Team Watts. It's like, no, we didn't. They haven't been on our channel. We thought of hosting them as soon as, as soon as we knew Frank was obviously opposed to that, obviously because he knows everything that's been going on a lot more than us. That was instantly pulled. Would never have happened. Would never have happened. But yet we were lumped in as Team Watts, which is just ridiculous. Anyone who knows us knows that's not true. Kimberly D. Since this information about the author has been exposed, hopefully it will change a lot of things. If she is smart at all, she will pull the book. Yeah, she will. Hopefully she will pull the book. Not for us, not for anyone, but for the Ruzek's sake. I mean, look at what they've had to endure just to try and protect their daughter's name online. For that to someone then try and put stuff like that in a book as well. You can understand why they want to get their lawyers straight onto it. Somebody said Lambert, Ruzek's lawyer Lambert was also in Jay's chat. I don't know if that's true. I didn't see him there. I don't know. So yeah, I thought I just had to get on and share that with you guys because I thought it's information you'd want to know. So I'm all for exposure. We're all for, as you know, we're all for exposing people. So that had to be exposed. She's got nowhere to go. She has got nowhere to go with that. Wolf Creek. I've seen the film Outback. That's a good film. Wolf Creek. It's about some sort of psycho weirdo, isn't it? Lives out in in the middle of nowhere, and doesn't he kills some campers and stuff, doesn't he? I think what was that? Oh, actually, yeah, that's a true story, isn't it? Yeah. Or is it? Or is it? I thought it was. I thought it was. Kerry MacDonald. When you are discussing true crime as a creator, you have to allow viewers to see all sides. However, victim bashing is unforgivable and disgraceful, and Shanann's family deserve love and respect. Absolutely, you've hit that on the head there, Kerry MacDonald. Absolutely. And that's all we try to do. I mean, if I had known, obviously, any of this, then I wouldn't run a mile. Do you know what I mean? Um, obviously a few people kind of warned us and stuff, but whatever we kind of went where no one else wanted to go. We had the balls, if you like, to try and put it out there to you guys or to everyone. Hi, Diana, or Diane rather. Um, no one else wanted to. So, but yeah, you're right. If you are discussing true crime and what have you, every angle does need to be explored and called out and exposed for what it is. If you find out that it's wrong, and that's what we do. That's what we do. Katia Lydia, Jay needs to take down her $1 and $5 patrons are being sold out. They're not tickets. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't. There's other creators that do that put up these $1 sold out. Say, oh, you got to buy the next one up. They don't sell out. You choose an amount, as I know, because we run a patron. All of our patron money goes to Lupus Foundation, Jews Hospital, and the Centre for Missing and Exploited Children. I know you can set levels on there, and you don't have to limit how many levels there are, or there's only 60 of those or whatever. So you can set that if you want, but you don't have to. So yeah, I don't agree with that. Outback worked in corrections when Murdoch, the murderer of Peter Falconio, was in jail. Oh wow. Going to get you on soon, hopefully, Outback. I want to get you on and talk about your experience of working in corrections and stuff. Outback's got a lot of experience in correctional facilities and legal aspects and stuff like that. I think you guys will find it very interesting. I've got the discovery through as well for the Michael Wayne Jones Jr. case. It is not good reading, I must say. It is not good reading. That guy, oh my God, he looks like a freak. And what he did, and the manner in which he did it, is unreal. Evil, yeah, evil. Absolutely evil. You know, to kill 4 children the manner that he did, over the time span that he did, it's just unreal. Anna Green, hi Dad. It's very sad to talk about a person and her babies who were killed for no reason. I meant to talk I mean to talk bad about them. The Watts family was bad as Chris Watts. Absolutely, absolutely. Why would she want to bring a book out anyway? Why would Cindy want to bring a book out anyway? You know, you're talking what, just over a year that happened? You know, and just the whole way that she has acted and put herself out there since it happened just defies logic, doesn't it? I mean, quite someone. If I was a daughter Jamie, I'd be giving her a shake, slap, tell her to shut up. Seriously. But yeah, so I'm gonna be. I'm away this weekend. Just going to see family this weekend. Just took Ollie to the Cattery, his first little holiday. Um, so yes, I'm away this weekend, but I will be starting to go through probably the Michael Wayne Jones case. As hard as it is, next week, just trying to get to the bottom of why that guy did what he did. I mean, what is wrong with these so-called men and fathers that kill their children? I just do not understand. Do not understand it. It's just heartbreaking for everyone, and just trying to get into the mindset of why they would do something like that. I may try and get Queen Beast in the chat, but she's very knowledgeable on that sort of thing, psychology and all that kind of stuff. I might try and get her on to talk about that. You know, what drives these men to do these things, and how can we learn from it? How can we learn from it? I haven't given any wrenches out. Let me just Oh, hi Queen Bee. Not to put you on the spot or anything, but would you want to come on maybe sometime soon just to talk about you know, the psychology behind these evil pieces of shit, and why they kind of do the stuff that they do, and you know what you think um, motivates them or makes them, you know, want to destroy their families. What are they thinking? You know, I know you work a lot in psychology and stuff, so it would be interesting, I think, for everybody to have you come on and talk about that a little bit. You don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to, obviously. But if you ever think about it, anyway. Yeah, Queen Bee's very knowledgeable. She knows what she's talking about. Oh, you'd love to. That's great. That'd be great. I'll try and get you on sometime. Sometime next week, maybe. You know, tying quite nicely, really, with talking about the Michael Wayne Jones. Oh, there you go. Outback as well. Outback's a good psych. There you go then. Get both you guys on. Yeah, dads killing their families. What is going on? It seems to be a spate of them at the moment, doesn't there? I don't know whether it's just because of YouTube and social media we hear them a lot more about them because they're more easily accessible, aren't they? I don't know, but hi Karma, hi Anna Green. It kind of tries to take your brain somewhere it doesn't want to go, doesn't it? I think that's the problem we all have, But if in any way we can kind of help to stop this kind of thing by finding out why these or signs maybe, you know, these poor women and their families end up dead because of some complete psychopath that they're living with and in love with, and they think's a great father and husband, and then they turn around and do something like that. If there's any way we can find signs where they can get out and escape, yeah, it's domestic violence. Domestic violence to the nth degree, isn't it? I suppose when you think of the Chris Watts case, it is ultimately domestic violence, but it's taken to the extreme, isn't it? The weird thing, of course, with him is there was um, no previous domestic violence, as far as anyone knows. He just went straight from that to obviously killing them, which no one could get their head around. No one could get their head around. I think that's what was so mystifying about that case, is that there was nothing. He was just such a kind of drip, if you like. Did he just let it all boil up inside him? Or was he born with some psychological issue that just sat there simmering, and something just made him explode and it all came out? I mean, there's no excuse for it. Of course there isn't. He deserves to rot in hell. But, if there's any way we or anyone could just try and discover a little piece of why someone would do something like that, and is there any signs at any point where you can say, look, this isn't right, I need to run a mile from this guy? Yeah, how about people choose to do what they do? Yeah, how was he able to keep that mask for so long, um, without anyone realizing that anything was seriously wrong with him? I think that's what none of us can fathom, really, isn't it? Hi, Robin Lane. Catty Lydia, I'd like to see him tested. Yeah, well, he would have had psychological evaluation when he went in and stuff like that. Um, I mean, I've heard that he doesn't want any further psychological evaluation. I don't know how it works on that side of it. I don't know whether they keep questioning him on that or what, to be honest. Whether they want or have got the time or resource to look into that further, to study him, I don't know. That'd be interesting to know, actually. Case Smalls, I can email you a copy of Cadell's book if you would like. I have not read it yet either. I don't really think I want to read it, to be honest. It's just the mutterings of a psychopath, isn't it? I mean, if there's anything that you feel might be interesting or in there, that we could or might explain why he did what he did, yeah, it's something you just don't want to read, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah, psychopath, absolutely. Psychopath, sociopath. I think probably more sociopath, isn't he? Because he's got no remorse. He's got no it's almost like he doesn't really know what he's done. You know, it's like he's sort of just had a really bad day and destroyed his family, but you know, he's not really that bad. That's the kind of message that he puts out, isn't it? Hi, Helen Rowley. You know, it's like he just can't. He doesn't know what he's done. He just can't. It's like he hasn't done anything bad. That bad. 5:27 a.m. Wow. He must be in the States then. Must be what? Central Time, something like that. I'm slowly getting to learn the American times. EST, CST. You got Mountain Time, haven't you? You got about 4 or 5, haven't you, in the US time zones? 6:27 a.m. here. Just got my youngest on the bus. Wow. Well, it's 11:28, 11:27 here. Karma. He's all those things. He's a psychopath, narcissist, pathological liar, a sociopath. He also has a dependency disorder, in my opinion. I think you probably got it right there. There's probably a few more you could add on there as well. I just think, what can we learn from this guy? What can we to stop it happening to somebody else? If you can, is he just a complete freak that we're never going to know? 6:28 p.m. where Outback is in Australia. Catalidia. I always remember the US is 6 hours ahead from watching Diana's death. No, right, okay. That was a bit suspect as well, wasn't it? Diana's death. That was a bit suspect. Solange, I think it's hard to spot someone like Watts. Well, it is, because nobody did they? Even the people that loved him, the people that were the closest to him, had absolutely, what it looks like, had absolutely no idea that he was going to do that, which is terrifying, isn't it? Absolutely terrifying to think that. I think that's what perplexes all of us, isn't it? And that's what pricks all of our ears up. It's like, well, hang on a minute. There's got to be something. There's got to be something, because that can be any of us, then, can't it? Yeah, that's what terrifies us. I think that's what captivates us. Nurse Mummy, yeah, I'd love to see more on Diana. Yeah, they do make a lot of stuff over here about it. There's a lot of thoughts and theories on that. That obviously she kind of, uh, rocked the boat a little bit as far as the royal family was concerned, and um, they weren't happy with her and a lot of the stuff she said and all that, and just maybe, um, there was something suspect about her death in that tunnel with the driver who'd been drinking and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go off into that. Karma's said it. There you go. I think a lot of people think that as well. Hi, Cal Gallup. Good morning from Canada. What else we got? Canada, Australia, America. This is great. This is a great thing about YouTube, isn't it? Nicole R. There's nothing to learn from this. He didn't show any signs. A lot of the time we hear they don't. It'll be a different story who was violent beforehand. Yeah, that is the mystifying thing, Nicole, isn't it? There was no previous. He looked like he couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag, although he was quite well built. Um, you know, in every other way, he was just quiet, meek, and non-controversial. Didn't look like he really wanted any kind of was into arguing or anything like that. And yeah, that's the whole mystifying part about it, isn't it? You know, he wasn't loud and brash and sort of aggressive, or you know, that's the odd thing. That is the mystifying thing about him. But I'll get hopefully, yeah, if Queen Bee can come on next week, she'll be able to offer some. I'm sure she'll be able to offer some interesting insight into not only Chrissy Boy, but maybe people like him in general. Yeah, Kate Smalls, exactly. To see him playing with his children 1 minute and then knowing what he did to them is incomprehensible. And it is, isn't it? It is totally incomprehensible. I mean, it just sickens me to think any man could do that to his children. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Right, just give me 2 seconds, people. There's just someone at the door. Right, I'm going to finish soon anyway, but if you just stick around, I'll stay on for 10 more minutes. But yeah, if you could just hang around for 2 seconds, I'd appreciate it. Look like a telephone operator, don't I? This headset. It's the only half decent mic I've got, so cowgirl up. Right, so yeah, basically, I'll just recap once more. So obviously, there's been a lot of uproar about this Kathleen Hewtson's book that she's written together, obviously in collaboration with Cindy Watts. As we know, it's kind of Cindy Watts's book, really, isn't it? I think written by Kathleen Hewtson. Now, obviously, Kathleen and Mel and Team Watts and everyone have been, it was read out recently on Jay's live. They've kind of gone out saying that, these are just rhetorical questions that we're talking about. When they're mentioned to Chris, basically talking to Chris with rhetorical questions, but obviously they've put in there. One of the rhetorical questions is, did Shanann abuse the children, Chris? That kind of thing. Putting out that little seed there, that kind of smear, if you like, against Shanann's name. Now, they've obviously, since the backlash from that, hang on, let me just take that off. They've said, oh no, no, it's just a rhetorical question. That's all. It's not, it's not Shanann bashing or anything like that. Kathleen was just trying to sort of call Chris out on his bullshit and stuff like that. But this morning I've sort of been doing a little bit of digging and stuff. Got a day off today, so I did a little bit of digging around, and lo and behold, in Crime Rocket's forum, just see if you can see this okay. I hope you can. In Crime Rocket's forums, True Crime Rocket is written by a chap called Nick Van Der Leek. He's an author as well. He's done extensive stuff on the Watts case. He's done a lot of coverage on it. Some people like him, some don't. But anyway, so it's just a sort of article about Shanann and Watts family photos, stuff like that, lupus. And then down in the comments section, this is dated 27th of December 2018. We have a Kathleen Hewtson. Obviously, the name of the author of Cindy's book is Kathleen Hewtson. So my chat's frozen. Bear with 1 second. I just want to make sure that we're still live and everything's hunky-dory. Okay. Yeah, so we've got this Kathleen Hewtson. Can you see this okay? Can you see my can you see her name there? Kathleen's name? Yeah, cool. So December 27th, 2018. This is Kathleen Hewtson. This is the author of Cindy's book. This is the author of All My Broken Pieces. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what she's referring to, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, that was hilarious. But I prefer to quote De Niro when trying to appear deep. Moving on, so this raises yet more questions like how did they afford that wedding? And I love the Amway conference. I already had some questions. I read Discovery and, okay, her mother's letter, sigh. I was sad to see that she wrote so negatively about Watt's parents. Quote, leaving peanuts and razor blades all over the house. I do that all the time to shorten dinner parties and didn't realise it was rude. But seriously, I've seen the peanut butter Thrive bars, so I have a lot of questions like, did Shanann have lupus? Isn't fibro and lupus sort of overkill? Why wasn't her neck surgery paid for? Why have elective neck surgery? Did Bella have a nut allergy, or was she a Munchausen's victim? Didn't the position of Shanann's body indicate she might have been in a kneeling position on the bed, as Watts said? Also interesting that in the days prior to the murders, only she mentioned not wanting the baby. I think this needs a victimology look, see? Sorry, you guys, I'm a former true crime writer who now does history and just wasted 7 years of my life on that effing Zahu case, which can never be written because billionaires walk on stuff. But this case, oh, you could get a trial going. The books are great. She's talking about Nick's books. But what if you pull in a rock star lawyer? I don't think he killed his daughters, and if he didn't do that, then, wow, it would be interesting, wouldn't it? Another post from Kathleen, December 27th. And they should check. Oh, sorry, I'll read the post before. This is relative. There is a darkness around Watts even back then. Someone should check his past and any unsolved murders around where he lived. I would put money this was not his first kill. Kathleen Hewtson. And they should check hers too. A whole excavation of both personal histories, medical included, on them and the girls, and then maybe put them in front of a forensic psych to see what they think as regards propensity, etc. No autopsy released, no real proof on how this went down. This guy is clearly a clueless moron who I could sell sand in Arizona to. And as for his legal team, well, I think I see a new Will Ferrell / John Wiley movie in the making there. People will confess to anything if pressured enough. As for guilt, he did kill her. I say that because it's difficult to bury yourself, and his confession legit enough. But as for the rest? Question mark. Again, Kathleen Hewtson. As far as I know from other cases, no one but the DA's office can seal those. Talking about the medical records, obviously. And if they did, again, why? In this case, if that sad moron whatsoever decides to pick up the phone and call for Anne Bremner or Thomas Meserel and start a defence case, they would get every record unsealed nice and quick like. Because there is something very strange about the elective surgeries for the girl and Cece's allergies, which seem to exist in Shanann's mind more than anywhere else. If they show Munchausen's by proxy, they show the children had already long been harmed. Of course, Munchausen by proxy is usually only the case with people who are attention obsessed, so probably not relevant here, smiley face. So this is Kathleen, this is the author. Yeah, what are you going to say about that, Kathleen? I'm afraid. I think she just needs to disappear into a hole. This is, as I say, this is December 2018. So it's quite clear of where Kathleen Hewtson is really coming from, isn't it? So whatever spin and BS they try and put on it, that it's all just rhetorical, no, it's not. No, it's not. She clearly has an agenda against Shanann, and I don't know whether she was speaking to the Watts back then, but you can see why those, they've married together, can't you? Yeah, Diane White, it does sound like Miss Menstrual, doesn't it? A few of us have said that. It does. It does sound like her. Certainly got the same mindset. Certainly got the same mindset. So any crap they try and spin now that this, it's been all taken out of context and it's just rhetorical questions and they're blaming Chris. They're not accusing Shanann of anything at all. No. It's not true. It's not true. It's absolutely 100% clear where this Kathleen woman was and is still coming from. Yeah, they can't leave it alone. I know. Well, that just leads me on to one other thing now, because there's now this new video that's starting to circulate it's one of the body cam footages. I think it's from the day after it happened, and the back of the house, and where there's like new developments built behind the house, and you kind of see a couple of cars go past in the background, one being white, one being red, and you see some dude walking past with a spade. Okay, and now all of a sudden it's like this is a new possible new bit of information. It's a possible new suspect. It's possible new clues in this case. You know, whose is this white car? Whose is this red car? Who's this guy with the spade? And here we go again. Here we go again with the speculation, and you know, it's like every single bit of footage that anyone can find that's got a white car in it, or a red car in it, or somebody just walking in the background. It can be, it's like, yeah, this is like a conspiracy here. Yeah, let's throw that up and make out that that could be so and so, and that could be. Do you know what I mean? You saw it, Catalydia. Yeah, yeah. It's some bloke walking with a shovel. It's probably, you know, a construction worker or something, because they're putting up new, they're putting up new developments. New housing was going up behind Shanann's house. I think it was all new housing. There was no one living there. You know, some dude that, yeah, this is the next day. This happens to be there, you know, walking around with a spade. And, yeah, all of a sudden he's a possible suspect. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I'm even thinking of just creating a video as a spoof and just getting a bit of CCTV footage. I'm sure I could sit 20 minutes and pick out a suspect white car, a suspect red car, you know, somebody suspect in the background walking up the street, and I could probably create a spin on it, and it'd be interesting to see how many people just watch the video because they think there's something in it. I might even do that as an experiment, just to see how many people take the bait. I mean, why is he going to be there? Oh, I know what I'll do. Um, I'll go back there the day after, and all the police and that are there, with my spade, and I'll go around the back just in case anyone sees me, and yeah, and I'll just walk past, um, yeah, and hope no one sees me, and yeah. So yeah, Doug, we'll call him Douglas, yeah. Or should we call him Doug? We'll call him Doug. Doug with the shovel. So he's going to get the nickname Doug. Yeah, wearing a t-shirt saying, "It's me, yeah, it's me, I Doug." I mean, what's he supposed to have done with the shovel? Please don't tell me that he's the guy that went out and dug at the oil site. I mean, what's he supposed to have done? This guy with a shovel, and you know, apparently there's a white car that goes past as well. Mm. A white car, you know, we all know who's got a white car. The cars are the getaway vehicles. Ah, right, okay. Okay, so the next day they've gone back for his mate, yeah. So they've gone back and driven behind the house. I can't know why, but it'll be interesting. I'm sure the experts out there can pinpoint exactly what was going on there and point out all of the law enforcement's mistakes and negligence in that bit of footage. And I'm sure we'll see arrests soon. Right, so I'm gonna make a move. So yeah, so I've got the discovery for. I know quite a few of you started to follow it, the Michael Wayne Jones case. Um, the freakish guy looks like a little kind of weird, demented kind of pig dwarf thing. Um, you know, another disgusting piece of crap that's destroyed his family. Um, I've got the discovery. It's pretty hard to read. Um, I mean, what he's done just takes things to a whole new level. He's just talk about devoid of any emotion, remorse, or anything. I don't know if he's got anything at all up there. But I'm going to be looking at that. I'll probably just bring out some of the initial reports and stuff like that. I think the sort of police in Marion County are still trying to piece together the whole story because it spanned over like a month from when he first killed his wife Casey, and then he's killed the 4 children, 2 of his children and 2 he was a stepfather to. So we'll have a look into that, and as I say, we'll get Queen Bee on, who's very much into psychology and that kind of stuff, as is Outback, and we'll get Outback on as well at some point next week as well to talk about his experience in the system. It's always a bit difficult with me and Outback because the time differences. It's like if I go live in the evening, it's like 5 in the morning where he is. So we'll have to try and get you up on panel Outback, definitely. And yeah, we can have two dudes up on panel. Taking no crap and giving it how it is. So yeah, Queen Bee's brilliant. Yeah, she's great. So so look out for that. So yeah, one for your diary then, if you're interested, is Jay's live apparently at 4 p.m. where she's going to talk about probably Kathleen Hewtson, and the demise of her book, Queen Bee's Blushing. That's fine. Just put some I don't know, there must be some makeup you can put over to hide your blushing. Thank you, I'm looking forward. Yeah, that'd be good. As I say, my phone's knackered at the moment, so communication's a bit difficult for me, but I'll be in touch and we'll get that sorted out. Right. Okay, so enjoy your weekend, guys. What are we? Friday. Yay, Friday. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, whatever you're doing. It's wet here in the UK as per usual, although it's supposed to be brightening up a little bit. So we can only hope. And yeah, I'll try and get on early next week. So I hope you all have a great weekend. I think we've exposed this Kathleen Hewtson and who she really is and what her true thoughts were regarding this case and regarding Shanann. I don't quite see how she's got anywhere to go at all now with this one. I don't know whether she's going to come after me in this video. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Probably not. But there you go. Hewtson, we have a problem. Absolutely right. We do have a problem. She certainly has a problem. Right. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's interesting. It's just something interesting I wanted to share with you guys. So, Jay's back on now. Okay. Well, there you go then, guys. This one ends. You can go and check out Jay. See what she has to say. Yeah, you too, Guernsey girl. Have a great weekend. All of you have a great weekend. And I'll catch you all later. Thank you, Cowgirl. See you later. Bye.